G'day guys! Now I've got to do the ultra zoom because there's sunlight back there and dark in here. My camera's going spastic. So you've seen me do a number of different things in making these long mitres before, and the idea is that I do not penetrate this bottom face here at all, so that I get a perfect grain match when it wraps around and I don't have any loss in the natural pattern. However, my router bit isn't big enough. It'll only do 20mm, and this is a 28mm thick board, and I like how thick it is, now I want to make it thinner. So on the other side, the little flappy offcut, I couldn't bring the router to because it was too small and it was moving around. So I got this side with the router, and then I went right through and then did that side with a block plane. It really took a long time and a chisel, and it was painful, and I don't want to do that again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do these upper bits that the router can't reach first on both sides, and then I'm going to hog out the middle. And why didn't I think of it? Shh! I'm talking! Stop driving! Why couldn't I have thought of that earlier? Huh? So I've had these old bits of wood up on my overhead storage that I was sure, mate, that it was Western Red Cedar, but it turns out it's Oregon, which isn't too bad. I did want a Western Red Cedar draw front for that. You can't see my face, it's like I'm doing it now. There you go, now I can get in the shot. So I did want a Western Red Cedar face for that, like I did on the other cabinets, because the slight contrast, not too much, is okay, but I'm guessing this piece of Doug Fir looks pretty good, so I'll run with that. But you gotta first scrape off the paint! You gotta first scrape off the paint because, shh, please! Because this stuff's bad for your jointer, okay? After a little bit of planing and mucking about, we've got a lovely fit. Lovely. Yeah, alright guys, I won't be starting a welding channel anytime soon. Go! It's meant to be a left and a right. Oh, two rights. That's how those brackets you saw me welding up earlier on work. They're completely concealed. You don't see anything unless you get right down there, which means you'd be squatting down on your knees. So from the normal viewing angle, they're completely concealed. And they just screw to the side of the carcass, and you wouldn't believe it, but let me show you. That's where they fit, right on the very edges of the cabinet. And that's exactly where the studs were. And that was a fluke. I actually didn't measure it that way. It's probably the strongest floating shelf I've ever put. I reckon I could stand on it. Let's go install it. Alright, come here. Whoa! So this was originally going to have a drawer in it, and you can see me fitting up the Western Red Cedar drawer front here. But after I sized it up, put it in place and hung it on the wall, it just didn't quite look right. Then when I took the drawer front off, it looked a lot better to me. So for now, it's drawerless. And if that bothers me, I'll add a drawer and I'll do another video for it, I guess. But for now, it's just like this, and we're just going to live with it, okay?